High School baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Good afternoon and welcome to Mike Trout Field at Millville High School, where today the Thunderbolts of Millville will be trying to erase a two-game losing streak. A very tough week so far, facing two tough pitchers from Egg Harbor Township. They lost yesterday by the score of 6-2 after being shut out 2-0, and it was a big day for the second Egg Harbor Township pitcher. His name's Justin Sweeney, and he struck out 13, a career-high 13, including the first 9 batters. I don't know if anybody got on base, but the first 3 innings, Sweeney struck out the side in each of those 3 innings. So Millville's bats have been a little silent the last couple of days. Hopefully they'll crack that today when they host the Mainland Mustangs here on this Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, Millville will certainly be looking for a little bit more confidence in their bats. Even if they can start stringing along 1-2 hits even in the first inning, that's certainly going to help their confidence after those last 2 games.
We are set, and the first batter of the game for Mainland is Christian Elliott. He looks at strike 1. It'll be Christian Elliott, the center fielder. Batting second is Joe Sheeran, left fielder. Catching today and batting third is Cole Campbell. 2 quick strikes on the batter. Following Campbell in the cleanup spot, the third baseman, Sam Wood. Batting fifth and playing right field is Cohen Cook. Batting sixth is Nick Wagner. He's playing at first base. They have the DH batting seventh. That is Brandon Sharkey. He'll be hitting for pitcher Will Hoover. The number 8 batter is the shortstop Rocco Barbella. And the number 9 hitter is Ethan Mitnick. A little dance in the batter's box on that pitch.
You know, from this angle, as we talked about the last game we did, I'm surprised that he got out of the way of that because to me it looked like it got him square in the back.
So the count now even at 2-2. Ball 3. Today's starting pitcher for Millville is Sergio Draz.
It's been a good battle at the plate here for Elliott. He started off 0-2 and he's been able to battle back to a full count. It's pretty good patience at the plate.
Payoff pitch, swing, and a miss. So a strikeout to start the game for Draz. 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Fred Melendez along with Ariel Melendez. Happy Easter to you celebrating the holiday this weekend. There you see Millville's defensive alignment in the left field position as he was the other day. Nate Robbins, Wayne Hill, the regular center fielder. Caden Mulherron is in right field. First pitch is fouled back by Sheeran. Third base for Millville is C.J. Stanek. The shortstop is Matt Meiswinkle. At second base is Edgar Ramos. First baseman is Dom Dookie. We mentioned the catcher Gavin Shapiro. And did he hit him that time?
Yeah, that one did get the batter.
So hit by pitch puts Joe Sheeran on base with 1 out. That'll bring up the catcher, Cole Campbell.
Yeah, Sheeran unable to do what Elliott was able to do in that first at-bat. Just couldn't get it out of the way of that one.
So 1 out base runner for the Mustangs. Draws, readies his pitch, and it's a bit of a breaking pitch that he finds the plate.
Draws has been doing a pretty good job early on being able to locate that strike zone. And if he's able to have that breaking ball break exactly like he did in that first pitch, he's going to have a good day.
That one gets away from the catcher, and moving up to second base is Joe Sheeran. Pitch was outside. I don't know, I'm leaning towards a pass ball myself. What do you think?
Yeah, I think the catcher was just unable to get his glove on that.
Pitch was outside, but it got away from the catcher. So pass ball moves the runner to second base in scoring position with 1 out. Again, the breaking pitch, this one tails outside. 2 balls and 1 strike on Cole Campbell.
Campbell with a good eye there to lay off that breaking pitch. He thought about it for a second.
Next pitch on the way. That one sails high. Mainland coming off a 12-0 shutout win over Atlantic City. They split a pair of games against Ocean City. And now a walk, so a hit by batter and a walk. 2 men on base for the Mustangs. And the cleanup batter stepping in now, Sam Wood, the third baseman. Draws needs to get Wood to swing the bat, maybe hit it to a double play, or at least get it out here somewhere.
Yeah, getting that runner on first. Obviously don't want to give up the walk, but it does put the double play in order. That could help him out if he can get a ground ball here.
Catches the corner for strike one.
Draws has been able to locate that breaking ball pretty efficiently so far. Could be a good pitch for him this afternoon.
Runners take their leads. Draws with the 0-1 pitch. Missing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cohen Cook on deck, looking to make something happen for the Mustangs. Right now it's in the hands of Sam Wood. Popped up. Is it in play? No, it's heading out of play to the first base side. So Draws has a favorable count now, 1-2.
Ball looked like it had a little bit of spin to it too as it was coming into the place. Draws has got some really good movement on that ball so far.
If he can hit those corners, he's going to have a good day. The 1-2 pitch coming on its way by Draws. That one zips outside. He is staying away from the middle and the inside part of the batting box on these batters. So the catcher and pitcher discuss some strategy with a 2-2 count on the batter. Runners at first and second. Sheeran getting hit by a pitch and then moving up to second on a pass ball, and then a walk by Cole Campbell. That's what the Mustangs have been able to muster up so far. 2-2 pitch. Missing up high.
A tough situation here already early on in the game for Draws. He doesn't want to walk another batter and load the bases, especially not for the cleanup, especially not as we get towards the heart of this lineup.
Number 5 hitter is due up next. Runners are breaking. They actually start. Now they got a situation. Millville might be able to get a double play in one of those awkward scenarios. The batter struck out, and now the rundown is successful. So Millville does get out of the inning in a very
just some miscommunication there
way
between the two runners as he was breaking for third. He came back, and unfortunately the other guy just didn't see it.
Yeah, I don't know if there was a hit and run on the play because the batter swung and something looked a little outside. There's your starting lineup for Millville. The first 3 batters include Nate Robbins, Wayne Hill, and David Rodriguez. After a half inning, no score. Millville batting for the first time when we return.
High School Baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Millville getting its first crack at the plate. A 0-0 score. Millville doing some good things defensively. A strikeout double play. As again, Mainland sent both runners on that last pitch. But it was Sheeran who did not go all the way to third and then got caught in a rundown to end the inning. So let's see what Millville's offense can do. Trying to break out of a tough week at the plate. Nate Robbins will lead off, the left fielder for the Thunderbolts. Looks at strike one. Robbins, Hill, and DH David Rodriguez. First three batters for the Thunderbolts here in the bottom of the first. Count evens at 1-1.
Yeah, Millville certainly got helped out in that top of the first as Strauss was in a little bit of trouble there. Almost had a chance to load the bases, but a little bit of a running mishap between the two runners on base got them out of it.
Robbins fouls off the pitch. He's now down on the count 1-2. Defensively for Mainland, left fielder is Joe Sheeran. In center field is Christian Elliott. The right fielder is Cohen Cook. Next pitch on the way is a ball. On the infield, third baseman is Sam Wood. Shortstop is Rocco Barbella. At second base is Ethan Mitnick. And the first baseman is Nick Wagner. And did he go around? Yes, he did. So a strikeout for the starting pitcher, Will Hoover. That starts off the bottom of the first inning. Mustang catcher is Cole Campbell. As we mentioned, the pitcher is Will Hoover. Wayne Hill stepping into the box, the center fielder for the Millville Thunderbolts. Little slap to the first base side, and Hill's going to beat it out. That ball ate up the first baseman. Looked like a routine grounder to Wagner, but he couldn't field it.
Yeah, and either way, that's certainly going to make Millville feel good to get a runner on base in the first inning, especially after last game. You mentioned striking out the side in three straight innings to begin the game. So getting a base runner in the first inning's got to feel good for them.
So Wayne Hill aboard on first. That brings up the DH, David Rodriguez. Looks at strike one. Rodriguez is probably the only player I can recall that had a decent game against Egg Harbor. He had 2 hits in the game, the only 2 hits that Millville got. Until that 7th inning when Millville did get 2 hits off the reliever. 2 quick strikes now on David Rodriguez. Hoover sends it outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nick Wagner holding on the runner at first base. 1 out. Bottom of the first. Little toss over to first base, not in time. Hill gets a nice lead off first base. 1-2 pitch is high and away.
Just waiting to see the umpire flinch a little bit right there.
Yeah, our angle's a little bit skewed, so we have to wait to make sure he makes the call either way.
It's a tough pitch to lay off, too, at the plate.
Same spot.
As we talked a lot about last time, catcher doing a really good job trying to frame that one.
Good catchers tend to get a lot of pitches for their pitchers called strikes. And I know pitchers appreciate that more than anything.
I have to see what Millville decides to do here. If they have a similar strategy to Mainland, it's a full count here. See if they decide to put the runner in play.
Fouled off. Rodriguez doing a very good job fighting off that inside offering.
And when you're in a 3-2 count now, you're just about battling at the plate. Anything close, you're likely to swing at. Gotta see if that's what the Mainland pitcher might be thinking.
He came inside on that last pitch. Let's see what Hoover does on this 3-2 pitch this time. Somewhat down the middle. Rodriguez staying alive, 3-2.
Yeah, at this point, Rodriguez is in that defensive swing mode.
Hoover reloads for another 3-2 pitch. That's hit pretty well to center field. Going back, and it is gone. Home run for David Rodriguez, and that's the way to break out of a hitting slump for the team. A 2-run homer to dead center field. So what an at-bat by David Rodriguez.
Yeah, that was a really great job by Rodriguez to fight that entire at-bat. Had to foul off a couple tough pitches there, and he got exactly what he was looking for.
2-run homer to center field. Wayne Hill scores in front of him. There's the shot to center field. It's in there somewhere.
Us guys not doing us any favors today.
White clouds with a white baseball to chase down. But trust us, he did hit it to center field and gives Millville a 2-0 lead here in the first inning. So that's good news for Millville, getting it on the scoreboard right off the bat.
And that's exactly what Millville needed after a tough couple games where they weren't able to get a lot going offensively. To be able to get 2 runs off the board right away, that's going to help later on in this game.
So Millville up 2-0, and the batter now Gavin Shapiro. Off-speed pitch grounded towards second. Good scoop and throw in times. Play made by the second baseman Ethan Mitnick for the second out of the inning. I'm going to bring up C.J. Stanek, the third baseman for the Thunderbolts, number 18. I'll try to keep something going here in the bottom of the first inning. Looks at strike one. Next offering, breaking pitch inside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Stanek.
Tell you what, that's another one from this angle that looked like it was close to the jersey.
The 1-1 offering, he went around. Home plate umpire calls that one.
Yeah, I think either way, that was a pretty good pitch. I think that might have been a strike either way.
So Hoover has the jump on him, 1-2. Let's see what he does here. He goes outside and misses. Strike 3 is called, and that'll bring an end to the inning. But a good one for the Thunderbolts. They take advantage of a fielding error, and then it was David Rodriguez who came in and launched the ball to dead center field to give Millville a 2-0 lead. Nobody left on base. And here is this the home run ball? Yes, it is. He really got up and under it, lifted it nicely, and it's going over that flagpole in left field. So Millville, on the strength of that blow right there, leads it 2-0 after 1 inning.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
A good first inning for Millville. A strikeout double play rundown ended at the top of the first, and then Millville came up, got a man on base via an error, and then David Rodriguez hit a 2-run homer for the 2-0 lead you see on the scoreboard. Now it's Sergio Draz who will look to keep it that way. Foul down the third baseline. Batter is Cohen Cook for the Mustangs. He'll be followed by Nick Wagner and the DH, Brandon Sharkey.
Yeah, that was just a fight-off pitch right there. Got in on the hands on him, but he kind of already committed to the swing, so that was just to get it out there and at least get it in play.
Next pitch coming. Well, that was a sweet. Again, that curveball working very well. That breaking pitch, he's really curving it into the strike zone nicely.
Yeah, certainly a lot of movement on that breaking pitch. As we've been saying, if he can keep that breaking pitch moving, it's fooling a lot of those hitters.
And it forces the batter to chase a pitch that's outside and high.
It's amazing what that breaking pitch can do for you.
Well, getting ahead in the count is always a key part of a pitcher's game. If he can do that, he can dominate. And he got in front of Cook there, 0-2, finished him off on the third pitch. 1 down, that brings up first baseman Nick Wagner. That pitch way outside.
Lost a little bit of grip on that outside pitch.
Draws with the next offering, again outside and on the high side. So this time he gets behind the batter 2 now rather than getting ahead 0-2. See how he rallies here. He comes back with that heater.
I'll tell you what, sometimes I'm not sure this umpire is a little deliberate with those calls.
I take a deliberate one. I can almost read it the way he's calling the games. That's always nice. There's a certain flinch that he's showing that indicates he's going to call a strike. 3-1 the count now on Wagner.
Looked like the Millville catcher kind of turned to the umpire a little bit. Maybe just asking a question. You never know.
Looks at a strike there. So Nick Wagner now with a full count.
Nice by Dross there to be able to come back after a 2-0 count there to even it up now.
And up through the left side of the infield, base hit. Wagner has a 1-out signal.
Was able to find a perfect gap there between the third base and shortstop. Just line it right through.
Yeah, being with 2 strikes, he just wanted to put it in play, and he put it in a good spot there. So he's a 1-out base runner for the Mustangs. And the DH, Brandon Sharkey, now at the plate, number 12. Fouled off. First pitch swinging.
Yeah, Mainland's been watching a lot of Draws' pitches. They haven't been real aggressive off the jump, trying to change a little strategy, a little ambush on him.
Nice pitch there, and it's an 0-2 count. Again, getting ahead of the batter, 0-2 makes everything else open up. He can come with a curveball, fastball, whatever he likes.
And we'll see if he gets the same thing that happened in that first at-bat, where he had that nice breaking pitch with a lot of movement. See if he can get the batter swinging with something else.
Well, he's got 3 strikeouts so far in these inning and a third. Throw to first, not in time.
It's a tough pitch to lay off at the plate there for Sharkey. Showing a lot of patience there. It looked like a pretty good one.
Runner takes his lead off first base. 1-2 count. Sharkey looks at a ball. 2-2.
Millville keeping a good eye on that lead at first base. But sometimes you got to be careful with that. You don't want to put too much attention on him.
Well, I like the fact that the catcher came up throwing to first base. Keep the runner honest. It's Gavin Shapiro for the Mustangs at first base. A called third strike.
Ooh, and the Mainland third base coach is not happy about that one.
No. That is the second out of the inning. Here's the pitch. That looks pretty well outside.
I think that's just a little bit of what the Mainland coach was talking about.
That pitch is inside as Rocco Barbella, the shortstop, now batting for the Mustangs. Draws with the 1-0 pitch. That one's outside.
I have a little conversation here between pitcher and catcher. As again, Draws is behind 2-0 on the batter.
Well, the catchers generally are the field generals in baseball, and they come out and they see something, maybe an adjustment that he's trying to get Draws to make to get those strikes called. I like the way he takes charge of talking to his pitchers. He did the same thing on Monday as well with Dominic Doogie. A lot of conversation between pitcher and catcher. Doesn't hurt. Runner fakes going and swing and a miss by Barbella.
Say, whatever he said to him worked. That was a pretty nice pitch.
Count now 2-1 with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Nick Wagner, the runner at first base. And the count now even at 2-2 via the foul ball.
Tell you what, Draws is putting a lot of heat on those fastballs. I think about every time he has, the hat flies right off. You know he's giving it his all.
I like his confidence with all his pitches, especially the breaking pitches, but he's firing as well. And there goes the hat again. Count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes.
2 straight fastballs here. I have to wonder if he's going to go off speed.
Would be a good spot for it. He goes high. Again, the throw down the first. Shapiro keeping an eye on the runner, Wagner. Count is full, so the runner will get a chance to go with 2 outs on this next pitch. Nick Wagner will be off with the pitch. That one's lofted towards left field, just inside the left field line. Wagner running, he's going to stop at third, and going into second base is the batter, Barbella. A good rip by Rocco Barbella just inside the left field line, and now Mainland with runners at second and third.
I don't think you could touch that one any closer to the line down there. Just able to lay it in there.
So the number 9 hitter gets a chance to bat here, Ethan Mitnick. He's the second baseman for the Mainland Mustangs. Chance to do some damage here. And he's going to make it good through the left side. Rounding third, coming home. The relay bounces, and he's going to be safe. Once it bounced, it took a lot of steam off the throw, and that quickly we're all tied up as Mitnick on the first pitch delivers a 2-run single. And you like the fact that Barbella did not hesitate. That's what makes the play. You go all out. He's there at second base, and as soon as the ball goes through, 2 outs, you just take off. And Barbella, you see him taking third. He's already being directed home, and he made it safely.
Yeah, that bounce right there, right before it got to home plate, bounced high in the air. Nothing Millville was able to do at that point. That slowed it down incredibly. It was a good throw from the outfield, but that grass just ate it up.
Pitch is outside. Top of the order now, Christian Elliott. He struck out his first time.
Draws here will look to try and get the same result.
Foul straight back. One and one count on the batter. Ethan Mitnick taking his lead off first base, swing and a miss. And Draws has the edge on the batter, 1-2 now.
These last couple of bats, Mainland has been pretty aggressive at the plate, swinging early and often. See if Draws tries to take advantage.
Fly ball to left field. Camping under it is Nate Robbins, and he puts it away to win the inning. But it's a good one for the Mustangs as they get 3 hits in the inning. The key one, a 2-run single by Ethan Mitnick with 2 outs in the inning. So we are through with the top of the second, and we're all tied 2-2. The batters coming up from Millville, Stanek, Dookie, and Draws. We'll be right back.
At Complete Care, we are patients serving patients. I choose to bring myself and my children to Complete Care because we are a one-stop shop. We use dental, we use medical. I feel as though the quality of care here is great. I love working here. I feel great to work at a place that serves the community. There's a lot of people in need. To me, patients serving patients means we've been in your shoes. We know what great care means to us, and we want to provide that for you.
An AutoX.
Some offensive fireworks in the last half innings for both squads. Millville coming up with a 2-run homer by David Rodriguez. And in the top of the second, Mainland responds with a 2-run single by Ethan Mitnick. The outfield and infield alignments right there. Joe Sheeran, the left fielder. Christian Elliott plays center field for Mainland. Cohen Cook in right field. Sam Wood, the third baseman. Rocco Barbella at shortstop. Ethan Mitnick, the key hit at second base. Nick Wagner, the first baseman. Catcher is Cole Campbell, and the pitcher, Will Hoover. That is your on-field presence for the Mainland Mustangs. Dominic Dukey's first bat goes first pitch swinging and lofts a shallow right field fly ball. It is flagged down and caught by Cohen Cook. So one quick out for Millville.
Dookie trying to be a bit aggressive there too as well. Maybe taking a page out of Mainland's book. Swinging at the first pitch there, just got underneath and he knew right away as soon as he swung the bat. He's shaking his head up the way to first base.
Pitch missing for ball 1. Sergio Draws, the pitcher, looking to help his own cause at this plate appearance.
Yeah, especially after giving up those 2 runs. Draws certainly wants to be able to get on base.
Tried to check, but the bat goes around, so it's 1-1 now. Looks at strike 2. Coach Dan Fimiani letting Draws know he's got the whole field to work with. Just put the ball in play somewhere. Goes right up the middle, gets Pye, the pitcher, and he is going to be safe. 2 different chances for Mainland to field the ball, and they couldn't do it.
Yeah, went under the pitcher's glove, went under the shortstop's glove. The fact is, they almost had Draws at first base, too. Even with the ball going under a couple gloves, still almost out of play.
So Draws gets to first base. I guess we'll call it an infield single. Nobody really touched it.
We'll take a look at it again.
Yeah, well, the
It was
pitcher,
under the pitcher,
flubbed it a little
under
bit.
the third baseman's, I should say.
Yeah.
And
If you wanted to be mean, you can give an error to the pitcher.
that's a tough play there, I guess.
Yeah. We do the old home field advantage infield single. How's that?
I think Draws will appreciate that.
Yeah.
He'd like to get a hit for his cause.
Edgar Ramos, the batter, 1-1 the count. Puts down the bunt, and it's going to scoot foul.
Millville trying to plead their case, saying that's a fair ball.
Yeah, it was for a second.
It did almost spin back in play. A nice idea there, trying to get Draws up to second. I have to think he's going to hit away now, though, with 2 strikes.
One out here in the bottom of the second, 2-2 the score. The runner right there, Sergio Draws, takes his lead off first base. And a strike 3 called. That's the third strikeout for Will Hoover. So both teams now getting some good pitching. 4 strikeouts for Sergio Draws and now 3 for Will Hoover on the Mainland side. 2 outs. Fly ball left field. Getting under it and making the play is the center fielder. That is Christian Elliott, and that'll retire the side. No runs on 1 hit and 1 left through 2 innings of play. Millville and Mainland all knotted up at 2.
An auto accident doesn't have to leave you in pain. For over 35 years, doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Sergio Draws on the mound for Millville after 2 innings, a 2-2 score. Glad to have all you watching us, whether it's on television, Channel 22 on the Comcast Cable Network, on Facebook Live, and on YouTube Live. Just hit Quinn Broadcasting and you will find us. Fred Melendez along with Ariel Melendez. 2 innings in the book, and the top of the third just about set to start. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Mainland. Joe Sheeran, Cole Campbell, and Sam Wood.
Now we'll see how Draws does the second time around the lineup. See if Mainland's able to figure him out just a little bit more. See if he can keep that breaking pitch going. Because that's been good for him this afternoon.
That one's outside. He's been good at getting ahead of some hitters. But he's behind on the count 1-0 early on here to Joe Sheeran. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Ball 2. The 2-0 pitch coming from Draws. That one sails high. And we're on the verge of that, what you don't want to see happen, leadoff walk.
That's exactly why we're going to have a conversation on the mound here. Just try and give Draws a breather here.
Again, Gavin Shapiro, very much in tune with his pitchers. We saw that on Monday, and we're seeing it today. Comes out and talks to them, just tries to get them to get back to that even keel where he can throw strikes.
Draws has been able to come back in counts when he has been down, so we'll see if, like last inning where Draws immediately fired a strike in, see if that's the same outcome here.
Joe Sheeran awaits the pitch, and that one zips low and outside. So a 4-pitch walk. Joe Sheeran, he's 0 for 0, but he's been on base twice now. Second walk allowed by pitcher Sergio Draws. Cole Campbell stepping up next. He walked his first time up. First pitch missing. One 0 offering. It's called a strike on the inside corner.
Draws will take that. That was 5 straight balls to start the inning.
Yeah, needed something to come in and get a strike with and settle in to get that strike zone thing going. Ball gets away, so wild pitch will move the runner up. A little excitement for the Mainland side. Wild pitch moving up to second base. Two and one the count on Campbell with a runner in scoring position now. Draws is set, looks the runner at second base, comes to the plate, and he misses. Having some trouble with the strike zone in this inning. Three balls and one strike on Cole Campbell, the catcher for the Mustangs. Taking his lead off, second base is Joe Sheeran.
And right now, even after that, you just want to find a way to get the ball across the plate as he walks yet another one.
Yeah, he starts the inning with 2 walks.
And Draws playing with a little bit of fire, putting the first 2 batters on base.
And the cleanup batter due up next. That is Sam Wood. He wound up hitting into a strikeout, run him down, double play to end the first inning. So he's going to be looking to avenge that at bat.
And Draws, they were able to get the first pitch strike, something he hasn't been able to do to start this inning. See if that helps him out.
Runner breaking away from second base. Bunt is put down. They're going to go to nobody's at first base.
No one's covering.
Well, that'll technically be an infield single then. Yep, coming in to try to make the play was Dom Dookie, but second baseman needs to cover the first base bag, and Ramos didn't go.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscommunication from Millville's side. There's a couple of them went to try and field that.
I mean, that's a great bunt, don't get me wrong, but he had a clear path to the first base, and you can see the defender getting there quite late.
And I'm not sure if second baseman didn't think Dookie was going to come in and try and make that play, because it's the only thing I can think of.
Well, I know you work on bunt plays a lot in practice, and the second baseman has to know that he's got to run this at the first base regardless. That's one of those fundamental things.
And that's exactly why, for numerous reasons, we're going to have a meeting on the mound here. Damiani trying to just settle his guys down.
This is developing into a potentially big inning for the Mustangs, and they do score runs in bunches. We mentioned their last game they scored 12 of them. So they can open things up here with a hit or two.
You got to think at this point, anything on the ground, Millville will settle for giving up a run if they can get a double play.
Well, third baseman Stanek is playing in, and so is the first baseman. So they're going to try to cut off the run. Shortstop and second baseman basically at their regular positions. Cohen Cook, the batter, he struck out his first time up. Bases loaded, Joe Sheeran at third, Cole Campbell at second, and Sam Wood is at first. 2 walks and a bunt single. Pitch catches the inside corner, so it is now 0-2.
Draws will absolutely take a strikeout here.
That would be ideal because that would be the first out and no damage via that avenue. Cohen Cook looks at the 0-2 pitch and it sails outside. Draws, readies the 1-2 pitch. That's grounded to the left side and through. That'll be an RBI single as everybody moves up at base. That was called threading the needle, if you will. Stanek tried to get it. Meiswinkle tried to get it. It just found a way through, and it's now a 3-2 lead for the Mustangs. Coming in to score, Joe Sheeran.
And that's another situational hitting there by Mainland, just being able to find the perfect spot to lay it in. I think even if one of Stanek or Meiswinkle was able to get a glove on it, not sure they had a play either way.
So the bases remain loaded, still nobody out. And Nick Wagner swinging through the first pitch. He singled and scored his first time up. Left-handed hitter for the Mustangs of Mainland Regional. Draws with the pitch, swing and a miss.
Again, another opportunity for Draws. He's got it better down 0-2 if he's able to finish it out. Certainly be a big out in this inning.
The 0-2 pitch coming, and it sails outside, bouncing away from Shapiro momentarily, but nowhere near far enough for the runner to come home. One run in, bases still loaded, and nobody out, top of the third inning. A 3-2 lead for Mainland. That one sails inside, gets away, and now we have another situation where runners are somewhat hung up, but they're going to let them go back to where they came from. I suppose if you got somebody to run down, the guy from third could come down and score as well, but
yeah, that's a situation for Millville where Dross made the exact right call. It's just hold on to the ball. So you had the guy off second. You probably would have been able to get it out, but you also might have given up a run in the process. I don't know. We could have had a fun little rundown between a couple guys.
Yep. And when you get into that rundown situation with a guy at third, you gotta have to keep an eye on him as well. Meanwhile, the count is now full on the batter, Mike Wagner. The payoff pitch. Little nubber towards third, right to home plate, and a good job there by the third baseman, C.J. Stanek, to make sure of the out at the plate.
And that's nice recognition there by Stanek to realize that the bases were loaded. They did have a play at the plate. Unable to get the double play there, but able to keep a run off the board and get that elusive first out.
Everybody else moved up, of course. Sam Wood now at third. Cohen Cook at second base. Again, good job by Shapiro to handle that pitch low and outside.
We have Dookie and Stanek still playing a little bit in on the corners there. Double play is in order if Draws is able to get something on the ground.
There's a view of that play at the plate. Nicely performed by C.J. Stanek.
Have to wonder here, if the ball's hit to Stanek again, have to wonder if he decides to go home again first, just to be sure.
I would. You can never assume a double play, and they need 2 outs to get out of the inning. So get the out at home and prevent the run at the very least. Ooh, little chin music there.
Let's back him off the plate a little bit.
2 balls and no strikes on the batter. The DH, Brandon Sharkey. He struck out looking his first time up. Oh, nice pitch on the outside. Good time to get that. Count now 2-1. You don't want to go 3-0 and have to come in with a fastball or some kind of pitch inside there that the batter can certainly handle. Oh, some steam on that pitch.
No doubt Dross is pitching with some frustration right now.
Well, he's come back from a 2-0 count to even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There you see the 2 runners in scoring position for Mainland. Batter at the plate. Just missing outside.
And no movement there from Shapiro. He had that perfectly framed.
Well, now you have the full count situation. There are times when, let's see if that does sail a bit outside, so can't say that was a strike. But nonetheless, do you take a chance at sending the runners with just 1 out? Don't have to because it's ball 4, and that'll bring home Sam Wood with the 4th Mainland run of the game and 2nd of this inning. So Sharkey will get an RBI on the bases loaded walk. 3rd walk of the inning. Center field, Hill gets under it. He's going to have to throw a long strike, and he's got it. What a throw by Wayne Hill to prevent another run from scoring. A double play. 8-2 on the putout at home plate, and that saves Millville a run. Great throw by Hill. Let's take a look at that. A good shot by the batter there. Barbella really put a charge into it, but a good job of running forward. That's just good fundamental baseball by Hill. He ran in to make the catch, and boy, did he fire a strike. There was no chance that the runner was going to score.
A little bit of a shove there at the plate, too.
Yeah. Didn't see that right away.
Sometimes you're trying to knock the ball out, but there was no chance there. That ball was there well in time.
That's right. Cohen Cook is the 3rd out of the inning, but a good inning for Mainland nonetheless. They do get 2 runs, and they get him on 2 hits, and they leave 2 runners on base. So we are done with the top of the 3rd. Mainland leads Millville by the count of 4-2. It'll be Robbins, Hill, and Rodriguez. The first 3 batters of the lineup for Millville. We'll be back in a moment.
I'm Bart Feldman, and this is TNF Camera. We are a full-line photographic studio and camera store. We invite you to come in and take a look at the products and services that we provide, from youth sports, high school sports, school pictures, and a wealth of photographic equipment. The advantages of coming to a store is you have the ability to talk to people and see exactly what you want to purchase beforehand. It's TNF Camera, 1362 South Delsey Drive here in Vineland.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Well, if there's such a thing as a highlight defensive play of the game, we just saw it. Wayne Hill making a catch in center field for the 2nd out and then firing a touchdown pass basically right to home plate. And Shapiro was able to put the tag on the runner coming in, Cohen Cook. So a double play to end the top of the 3rd. Meanwhile, Robbins pops it up and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, catcher tried to find that one, and immediately was just like, I don't even know.
Those of you watching us on Facebook, Twin Broadcasting Facebook Live, feel free to hit the like button. Let us know what you think about the game that you're watching. I know you had to enjoy that last play, the double play from center field. Two and one the count on Nate Robbins. He struck out his first time up. Looks at one up high, so he's now ahead in the count 3-1.
Good opportunity here for Millville. They're able to get a runner on base here. Wayne Hill coming up second to bat.
Popped up, second baseman seems to
Can't find it.
Gives it to the
Shortstop,
shortstop.
nope.
Yeah, it's one of those tweeners right up the middle, and the shortstop takes the play and makes it. And that is Rocco Barbella.
I gotta say, it is a little bit of a cloudy sky out here. Can lose that ball in the air.
Swing and a miss. That pitch was way outside, but Hill went for it. 0-1 the count. Pitch is not called a strike, so it's 1-1. Next offering, a 1-1 pitch. Just trying to duck out of the way, and the ball hits the bat. So a tough way to take a strike, but it's 1-2 the count now on Wayne Hill. Hoover's 1-2 pitch. Shot right over the second baseman's head. Base hit for Wayne Hill. He reached base on an error and scored his first time up, and now he's got a single to right field. Good piece of hitting. Oh, this is the double play ball. Again, just watch the way that Hill plays this. He comes in, gets some forward momentum, and then he just fires a bomb right to home plate. That is going to be a highlight to enjoy for quite a while. And a good job by Shapiro to hold on to the ball. A key double play that ended that third inning and kept the damage down to just 2 runs.
Millville here in a similar situation as they were in the first inning. Hill was able to get on base at the DH here for Millville. Robinson coming up.
Rodriguez.
I was trying to read that book over there, and I couldn't quite figure out the last name.
David Rodriguez, of course, hit the 2-run homer to dead center field his first time up. Let's see if he can do some damage with this at bat.
He's got himself in a favorable count here, up 2-0.
Hill takes his lead off first base. 1 out for the Thunderbolts, bottom of the third. That's a nice shot to right field. Rodriguez just is a pure hitter. We've seen him for 2 games now. He gets solid wood on the ball every time. He's 2 for 2. Moving up to second base, Wayne Hill.
A nice opportunity here for Shapiro. 2 runners on, 1 out.
Well, you want to make a quick response. Mainland took the lead in the top of this inning. Now you've got 2 men on base. You see Hill there after his single at second base. And here's the swing by Rodriguez. Nailed it.
Back-to-back nice contact here for Millville. See if Shapiro can follow it up.
Gavin grounded out to second base his first time up. Good lead by Hill off second base, up the middle. Nice play by Hoover. Gets the out at third base. It might have been a look, Ma, what I found kind of play, because I think his eyes didn't exactly watch the ball in the glove. But he made the play, and that's all that counts. Forced play at third base for the second out.
And Hoover actually, look like he had to think about that one. He almost was going to go, I think, to first, then realized, that's right, there were runners on first and second. He was actually going to try for second to get the double play, but he at least does get the out. Hill almost gets in there, though.
So there are 2 outs now. Runners still at first and second base. C.J. Stanek, the batter, he looked at strike 3 his first time up. Pitch is outside. David Rodriguez now at second base. Shapiro at first. Foul back. C.J. Stanek trying to come up with a clutch hit here in the bottom of the third. straight back. Two balls and 2 strikes on the batter. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
You know Static's going to be looking to swing for sure. He doesn't want to get called out on strikes like the first at bat.
It's a good eye to look at that one inside. What that does is create a full count and a chance for the runners to go on the pitch. So if Stanek can get a base hit, we should see at least 1 run here. Runners are off. Foul ball.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity here for Stanek with the runners in motion. If he's able to at least lay something through the hole, at least see that 1 run from second come in.
Like the way that David's bouncing off that second base bag. Grounded towards third. Nice job of fielding it, throwing it across the diamond in time. Sam Wood making the key a third out at first base. So Millville gets a couple of hits but cannot take advantage of that. They leave 2 on base, and through 3 innings of play, it is 4-2 Mainland with the lead. The Mustangs will send up the 9-1-2 hitters, Ethan Mitnick, Christian Elliott, and Joe Sheeran when they bat in the 4th.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Sergio Draws on the mound for the Thunderbolts. He's given up 2 runs in the last 2 innings, so he'd like to stop that trend here in the top of the 4th.
Now, Millville had a really good opportunity that last half inning to get those runs back on the board, but some really nice defense, especially by the Mainland pitcher, to keep them off the board.
Mitnick had the key hit of the second inning, a 2-run single. That one coming with 2 outs. You get 2-run singles with 2 outs from your number 9 hitter. You're doing something pretty special.
Yeah, if you're able to get that number 9 hole to turn the order around, you're going to take that every day.
2-0 the count on Mitnick. Draws his pitch, sails inside. And this is how the 3rd inning started. A 4-pitch walk, so Draws will try to avoid that from happening once more.
And you don't want to make a habit of giving up first at-bat walks.
Leadoff walks can come back and haunt any pitcher.
Exactly the word I was looking for. Leadoff walk there.
We
Couldn't quite get that one out.
Swing right back at us.
Nice job there by Dross, even up the count.
I want to thank the Millville maintenance crew for putting the fencing right where it is. A lot of these balls would come right through the press box if that thing wasn't there. Full count pitch, and the payoff pitch is a good one by Dross. Strikes out Mitnick for the first out of the inning, so he comes back after 3-0 count and gets his 5th strikeout of the game.
That's exactly what you wanted there from Dross. Wasn't able to get those strikeouts the last inning. Walked a couple guys. Looked like he was going to do it again to start the inning, but he gets that all-important strikeout on the first out here.
Top of the order now up for Mainland. Christian Elliott, he's 0 for 2 so far. A strikeout and a fly out to left field. Good strong pitch, and he got the batter chasing it. This time it's launched to right field and over the head of the right fielder. It's going all the way back to the fence. Elliott will wind up at second base with a double. Mulherrin couldn't get back to the fence in time to prevent that from happening, so a one-out double by that man right there. Put a good charge into it to the opposite field, and Mulherrin just couldn't quite get there.
Wasn't sure if Mulherrin thought it was going to hang up a little bit more, if he lost it in the sky a bit, as he was drifting back as if he was going to be under, and then that just fell behind him.
So the number 2 batter in the lineup, Joe Sheeran, hit by a pitch and walked. He has scored a run. Nice zip right there from the fastball. And just want to make mention, as Brad Mason said, every pitch that Draws makes, his hat flies off.
Yeah, and the wind started to pick up a little bit. Hat was running away from him a little bit.
Yeah.
That is going to be a little bit more of a factor, is that wind blowing in here. You can see from the center field, that flag blowing in. Batter's going to have to get on the ball pretty quick if they're going to drive it.
Pitch is high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Want to give a shout out to Mark Lacey watching today's game. Good friend of mine, good friend of Millville baseball as well, and a big-time sports fan of Millville. Happy Easter to the Lacey family. Ball gets away from Shapiro, and moving up to third base now is Elliott. So the Mustangs trying to manufacture a fourth inning run here. They've got him now at third base. Christian Elliott looking to finish his ride around the bases, and he just might do that as Hill tracks this one down in center field, but he's got no chance. Running away from the infield, and that'll easily score Christian Elliott, and it's now 5-2 Mainland. Sacrifice fly by Joe Sheeran.
Mainland with a nice opportunity there. Get the double to start it off. Pass ball gets him to third, and as soon as that ball was hit to the outfield, there's a pretty good chance that run was coming in.
Yeah. And Hill knew it. He just wanted to make sure to get the second out. The run scores. The bases are now clear. And again, we thank the maintenance crew here at the Millville High School.
It's like a nice bounce off the pole and pretty much came right back to Draws. But he's going to switch that ball out for a new one.
Cole Campbell, the batter, he's walked both times that he has batted so far. And he's got 2 quick strikes.
Giving up 2 walks, this batter, Draws certainly does want to get ahead of him. Doesn't want to put him on base a third time.
Next offering is a strike 3 called, so that'll end the inning. But again, Mainland manages to put a run on the board, a double, a wild pitch, and then the sacrifice fly works for Mainland. Their 5th run now on the board. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Mainland leads Millville 5-2. We'll be back in a moment with the bottom of the 4th.
Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is your hometown team for banking. We offer banking which is small-town focused and customer-based. We know you, and we are for you. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is a nonprofit and federally insured. Solid as a Thunderbolt airplane, we are your team. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union, 1601 Cedar Street.
Hi, I'm Bob Millard, President of Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union. Come see us and experience banking as it used to be.
Will Hoover on the mound for the Mainland Mustangs, now stoked to a 5-2 lead. Mainland has scored in each of the last 3 innings, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, and now 1 in the 4th. The 6, 7, 8 batters coming up for the Thunderbolts. Dom Dookie, Sergio Draz, and Edgar Ramos. Or Ramos. Coach told me it's Ramos. I got to remember that. It's Ramos. Dookie flew out to right field his first time up. Swing and a miss. Dookie trying to get something started for Millville here in the fourth. Looks at strike 2. So he is an 0-2 hole already.
And Millville has been able to get their runners on base, but when they put them on base, they haven't been able to do much aside from that first inning home run.
1 ball, 2 strikes now on Dookie. Breaking pitch got him to go for it. And that is the 4th K of the day for Will Hoover. First out of the 4th inning.
And that was a really nice breaking pitch there. Had Dookie out way in front of it.
Sergio Draws, pitcher versus pitcher in this at-bat. That pitch sails outside. Draws was safe on an infield hit his first time up, but did not advance any further. He was the lone Millville base runner of the 2nd inning. Fouls it off to the right side.
Another opportunity here where Draws wants to be able to help his own cause and get a runner on base, try to get something going for Millville.
Will Hoover ready with the 1-1 pitch. Up the middle, second baseman is right there to make the play, and he'll get it. A high throw. The tag is applied, however, so saving the day on the play was the first baseman there, Nick Wagner. A high throw from Ethan Mitnick, but it's handled by Wagner, and there are 2 outs. So Edgar Ramos will try to keep the inning alive. He looked at strike 3 his first time up, back in the 2nd inning. That pitch sails outside, ball 1. Here's the play that Mitnick made. I threw a little bit high. Good job of stretching it and making the tag on the way by. So Wagner saved the out right there for Mainland. Second out of the inning. 1-1 the count now on Ramos. Looks at ball 2. Two-one offering from Hoover, swing and a miss.
Hoover just blowing that pitch by.
And he does it again to get the strikeout. 2 strikeouts in the inning. His 5th of the game, a 1-2-3 inning for the Millville Thunderbolts. 4 innings in the book, and Mainland enjoys a 5-2 lead.
Have you ever wanted to make the big money? Have you ever wanted to drive the big construction equipment? Here's your chance to go to school, learn the big machines, and start a new career. MCITC is a heavy equipment operator training school that offers you the opportunity to learn to use the big machines and start earning the big benefits. Don't hesitate. Call today 856-825-6655. That's 856-825-6655. Or visit our website at mcitcnj.com.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Quinn Broadcasting, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and of course, if you're watching on television, Comcast Channel 22. Glad to have all of you with us as Millville is hosting Mainland, and right now the visitors are enjoying a 5-2 advantage, scoring in each of the last 3 innings. Millville was the only team to score in the first. They led 2-0, but 5 unanswered runs now by Mainland. So the infield gathers up at the pitcher's mound. Shapiro giving a last word of advice to Sergio Draws.
If you're Draws here, you really don't want to continue the tradition you've had these last couple innings of giving up any runs, because Hoover's done a nice job at the mound of being able to limit the Millville offense. You don't want to make the climb any harder than it has to be.
First pitch is fouled away. The middle of the order coming up now for Mainland: Sam Wood, Cohen Cook, and Nick Wagner. Draws readies with the 0-1 pitch. That one's lofted to left field. Robbins going way back, and that was out of here. A home run to left field by Sam Wood. And Mainland now leads 6-2. A solo shot to lead off the 5th inning for Sam Wood.
And not at all what you want if you're Draws, and that might just call for a change here.
Yep, we're going to get a pitching change. Coach Fimiani coming out to the mound. Mainland, of course, celebrating at home plate. And we do have a pitching change coming up for Millville. So we'll get all the changes for you as best as we can. When we come back, it's 6-2, Mainland leading here in the top of the 5th.
Changing colors. Life's colors change daily for each of us. We go from happy to sad, anxious to peaceful. There's events we endure and ones we enjoy. The colors of life are always changing, but there's one that's the same yesterday, today, and forever. Come, let us introduce you to him, New Life Church, the church of many colors.
High school baseball.
It's live on Quinn Broadcasting.
So Millville making a pitching change. The new pitcher is number 7, Nick Alcorn.
We've also got a couple defensive changes as Ramos here going to right field. Draws will stay in the game. Looks like he's going to go to shortstop. So if everything is correct, it looks like Meiswinkle comes out.
That's what it looks like to me. As we mentioned, Draws goes to right field, and Ramos is now the shortstop. And
switch that around.
Meiswinkle was the shortstop, so he's out of the game. And
you're gonna switch that one around. Draws as the shortstop. I thought so.
Yep.
Looked like it was 6 out in the outfield, and Draws going to short there.
Well, most important thing is that that's the man on the mound right now. Alcorn coming in relief of Draws. First pitch is lined down the right field side, but it's foul, just foul.
Mainland right away trying to get something going off of Alcorn. Not letting him waste any pitches.
Cohen Cook so far struck out and singled, an RBI single. 1 ball and 1 strike. Breaking pitch is fouled along the first base side. Out of play. 1-2 the count. Sails outside.
Alcorn here essentially just coming into a brand new inning after Draws gave up the home run.
Fouled again.
Well, if you're Alcorn here, you're just trying to pick things up here for Draws. Get a couple outs in the inning and hope that the offense, the offense can wake up a little.
Two-two offering is slashed off the glove of the first baseman. No play. Once that ball started spinning wickedly, it's tough to make the play.
Tough play there at first base by Duke. He tried to lay out for it, just nicked off his glove, and at that point, as you said, it was going to be tough to make any kind of play.
So Cook reaches on the ball off the glove of the first baseman. Pitch is called a strike, and the batter is now Nick Wagner. Wagner is 1 for 2 with a single, hit into a fielder's choice his last time up. Alcorn moves to first base. Cook is back in time. Cook getting a nice lead off of first base as Alcorn preps the pitch. Bouncing in there, gets away from Shapiro, and that will move up the runner. Cook now takes second base.
And that's happened quite often for Millville. A couple of them, Shapiro just hasn't been able to get the glove on. Could have a wild pitch as well from Draws, but that's not going to help the case.
That pitch is low.
Shapiro going to have a little conversation here with Alcorn. Try and settle him down a little bit.
Mainland's attack has been successful for the last 4 innings. 2 runs in the second and third, 1 in the fourth, and now so far a leadoff home run by Sam Wood in the top of the 5th. And another runner in scoring position. That's Cohen Cook at second base. Nobody out. Wagner ready for the pitch, and I think we have a balk called.
Yeah, Alcorn tried to get the ball into his hand and just bobbled it a little bit, and he knew right away.
So that'll move Cohen Cook to third.
Runners in here trying to prevent that run from scoring, if at all possible.
Yeah, Millville's got their whole infield in tight. Swinging a foul tip.
Alcorn was certainly welcome. A strikeout here would be a huge out. I guess in a 6-2 game, any out is huge at this point.
You want to get the first one, that's for sure. Nobody out yet. 1 run in and a runner at third, and there's a strikeout. So Alcorn gets the key first out. 2 outs still to go. And the DH coming up, Brandon Sharkey. He has struck out looking and drew a bases loaded walk his last time up. So he's got an RBI. Pitch is outside. The 1-0 offering on the way. That's outside and low. Grounded foul
Nice grab there by the third base coach.
Yeah, Billy Kerr making a nice play. Bill Kern, the 11th year manager of the Mainland Mustangs. Gets the bunt down, and the ball is bobbled, and the play is made at first base. You wonder if they would have had a play at the plate. We'll never know after the bobble. So the sack bunt works.
I think if Alcorn was able to get a hold of that one,
I think they
might have had a play at the plate, yeah.
Let's take a look at how close the runner is. Very good defensive bunt. Yep, the runner's just getting in the picture now. Of course, Shapiro would have had to tag the runner, but it looked like there would have been a play there.
And yeah, and having to make that defensive swing almost kind of helped Alcorn out in the end, as kind of had to duck and get out of the way for a second. Gave him a little bit more time to make the throw to first.
Pitch is high. Rocco Barbella, the batter. He's 1 for 2. He was the one that hit into that outfield double play that ended the third inning on a great throw by Wayne Hill. He has scored a run as well back in the second. Looks at a strike. One, two count.
Giving up a couple more runs in this inning, at this point, you just want to get out and limit as much damage as you can. Already a tough hill to climb for Millville.
Up the middle. Draws, makes the throw, and the tag is applied as the ball is a little bit wide, but a good job by the first baseman, Dom Dookie, to make the tag on the way by, and that'll end the top of the fifth inning. But a good one again for Mainland. Leadoff home run by Sam Wood. Another run scored on a bunt play. And we have a 7-2 lead for Mainland as we go to the bottom of the fifth.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
At Complete Care, we are patients serving patients. I choose to bring myself and my children to Complete Care because we are a one-stop shop. We use dental, we use medical. I feel as though the quality of care here is great. I love working here. I feel great to work at a place that serves the community. There's a lot of people in need. To me, patients serving patients means we've been in your shoes. We know what great care means to us, and we want to provide that for you.
Start the bottom of the fifth inning. Millville scoring its 2 runs back in the first, and that's been it. Matt Meiswinkle will lead off. He flew out to center field. Then it'll be the top of the order, Nate Robbins and Wayne Hill. Looks at ball 1.
Well, we thought Meiswinkle was the one to come out, as Druz did go out to shortstop, but Meiswinkle will bat. Wonder if we switched around the DH a little bit.
It could be. We'll see if the third spot in the lineup, position 3, if that's Nick Alcorn, maybe they just decide to. Of course, why would you do that if it's David Rodriguez, though? He's been your key batter the times that we've seen.
Let's take a look here, as we do have 9-1-2 coming up, so we'll get a good idea of what Millville decided to do here.
3-1 the count now on Meiswinkle.
If we look on deck here, obviously we got Robbins, but I see number 1 in the third spot. Should be Shapiro. I'm not, unless he was just standing there.
Yeah.
Might be confusing me a little bit.
Shapiro's the
He
cleanup
is
batter.
standing at the gate as if he is the third batter, but we'll get a little bit.
Yeah, we don't have the access to when they make changes where everybody goes and who comes out. Somebody had to come out of the game, I'm pretty sure. I just can't figure out who it is. Pitch on its way, driven into the gap in right center field, and it's going to fall in for a hit. Trying to track that one down was Cohen Cook, but it falls, and it's a leadoff single by Matt Meiswinkle.
All right, well, Wayne Hill now on deck, so we're doing good so far.
Yeah, it's that number 3 spot, and I can't imagine that the coach would pull out his best hitter, David Rodriguez. So we'll see.
Well, let's hope we get an opportunity to find out.
We'll just have to go with the flow.
If we're able to get to that spot, it means Millville's had a pretty good start to the inning.
Well, Millville definitely needs some offense. They trail by 5 runs, and it's getting late in the game, bottom of the 5th. Pitch is down low to Nate Robbins, who is 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out and flew out to the shortstop. Strike is called. Cole Campbell thought about firing a shot down the first base, but he held on to it. 1-1 the count. Breaking pitch sails outside.
That's some nice movement on that breaking pitch. Mainland catcher tried to frame it a little bit. Was just able to stick outside.
3-1 the count. Millville needs base runners, so let's see if Robbins can get on base. He'll be keeping a close eye on this 3-1 pitch. It has to be something he likes to swing for it, and he did like it, but he missed it.
That was a pretty good pitch there. Robbins had an opportunity there if he was able to get a bat on it.
The count is full. The payoff pitch is called strike 3. 6th strikeout of the game for Hoover. Wayne Hill coming up next. He reached base on an error and then scored on the 2-run homer by David Rodriguez way back in the first inning. Fouls the first pitch back.
And Rodriguez is on deck.
Yeah,
so we know that he is in the game as we expected. Assumed that Femiani wouldn't pull his best hitter.
No.
Still a couple of questions about the rest of the lineup, but we know that's the case.
We'll just keep watching to see when and if Alcorn bats. And now Hill gets hit by the pitch. So that'll be his 3rd time on base. Moving up to second base is Matt Meiswinkle.
And another golden opportunity here for Millville, and it seems like every time they have a chance, it's Rodriguez that's up at the plate.
And he is 2 for 2, a 2-run homer and a single. Looks at one outside. And this is the batter you want up here with men on base. Hard swing, but he misses.
And that's something you got to think about at the plate if you're Rodriguez. You want to drive those runs in. So he's clearly swinging for the home run ball there. You just want to put the bat on the ball. See if you can make something happen.
Matt Meiswinkle's taking his lead off second base. Very effective breaking ball. And Will Hoover now has the edge 1-2 on the count. I don't think he'll see anything other than a curveball here as well. Yep. 7 strikeouts now, 2 in this inning for Hoover, and that's a key out for him.
You knew as soon as he had him out in front on that first curveball, that was the only thing he was going to see the rest of that at bat.
Yeah, he was not going to get a fastball. Just a good pitch. Got Rodriguez to chase it, and he's retired. 2 outs now First pitch fouled away by Gavin Shapiro. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out to second and a fielder's choice play.
You don't want to keep repeating the same habits. Millville with another great opportunity. Runners on first and second. You want to get something out of this one as you're getting late in this one.
Swing and a miss.
Hoover,
two quick strikes on Shapiro.
Hoover doing a nice job of keeping the batters off balance at the plate. His curveball has been really effective in this inning.
Yep. He will probably lean on it again. This time it's high. Once again, once you get a lead on the batter, you can use those off-speed pitches to really keep the batter off balance. Inside swing, inside out swing, and the ball is fouled away. So Hoover not afraid to come inside on these batters as well. Shapiro staying alive, 1 ball and 2 strikes. There are 2 outs in the inning. Matt Meiswinkle at second base and Wayne Hill at first.
And Shapiro here in a defensive status here. He's got 2 strikes on him. You want to watch out for that curveball. No doubt Hoover's going to try and go back to that. He's got a couple off-speed swings here.
That one sails outside.
He does try to go to that off-speed pitch again. He hasn't been able to locate it the last few times.
Well, Gavin Shapiro doing a good job of noticing that that pitch was going to be outside and did not offer at it. So the count even up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ooh, that hit him.
That sounded like it hit the elbow guard, but that might have been the catcher it actually caught. See, he's going to shake this one off. Might have caught the leg guard. Looks like he was kind of holding that.
Well, Shapiro's not reacting like he was hit by the pitch. It certainly looked like he might have been.
I'll tell you what, that certainly sounded like the elbow guard.
Let's see what we got here.
I don't know if it hit the...
It did hit it right off the elbow.
But he's not acting as if it did.
Am my eyes deceiving me? That hit him right in the elbow.
It looked like it did get the elbow guard, but...
Shapiro, what are you doing?
Shapiro's acting as if he didn't just get hit.
Oh, wow.
It's a break there for Mainland if that's exactly what happened.
Take another look at it here.
It looks like it goes right off the elbow guard, but...
Now, nonetheless, we go for another pitch, and it's fouled off. Foul tip caught. So that inning ends rather unsacrimoniously, is the word I believe I'll use there. Millville is done in the 5th. They leave 2 runners on base, and Mainland continues to lead this one 7-2.
99% caught.
An auto accident doesn't have to leave you in pain. For over 35 years, Doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Working his second inning. Nick Alcorn, we'll try to figure out where they put him in the lineup. We haven't really figured that out yet.
I think we have a chance in the bottom of the 6th to figure out if he is going to bat.
Who's in right field? Number 3 is in right field. Is that right?
Number 6.
Oh, that's the guy who's warming him up. I'm sorry. Well, number 6 would be Ramos. So
yeah, Ramos did switch to right field. Draws went to shortstop, and Alcorn came in.
Okay, well, Mulheron's out of the game is what it is. So Alcorn is in the DH spot. Okay. I think I figured that out by process of elimination. If they move Ramos to right field, that means that Mulheron came out of the game. And they can do that and leave the DH there. It's just the pitcher.
Took us a bit, but we got there.
Yeah, it took us a little while. So Alcorn will try to get some outs here and keep it at 7-2. First pitch is up high. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters, Ethan Mitnick. Then the top of the order, Christian Elliott and Joe Sheeran. Popped up. Third baseman camps under it, and he makes the one-handed stab catch. So Stanek makes the play, and that's one out here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, it looks like with that cloudy sky, fielders are having just a little bit of a tough time finding that one in the sky. Draws had his third baseman backed up, though, just in case.
First pitch is called a strike. Top of the order now up for Mainland, Christian Elliott. He's 1 for 3, doubled his last time up and wound up scoring on a sacrifice fly by Joe Sheeran, who's due up to bat right behind him. One ball, one strike as Alcorn gets ready for the 1-1 offering, and he gets a swing and a foul tip. So Alcorn has the jump on Elliott, 1-2. Checked this swing, yep. Yeah, it looked like he checked the swing, and he did. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, good hold there up at the plate by Elliott. Looked like a good pitch, but nice patience to lay off of it.
Alcorn gets a off-speed pitch to softly fly out to the second baseman right there, and that is Matt Meiswinkle, who moved over there to second base from shortstop when Millville made its pitching change.
Say, that's the one move I did not notice.
Yeah.
Wondering how Meiswinkle was able to stay in and bat.
There you go.
There's our explanation.
Just changed positions. Joe Sheeran, he is actually 0 for 0. He got hit by a pitch, walked, and then hit the sacrifice fly in the 4th inning. So he is officially 0 for 0, but he's been effective. He's also scored a run, knocked in a run.
Hey, sometimes you don't need to get a hit to drive in a run.
Getting on base is what you want to do. And so far, Sheeran has done that twice and then had the sacrifice fly to center field. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Ball missing. 3-0 the count. Sheeran getting ready for the 3-0 pitch. And he walks on 4 pitches.
Alcorn almost had an opportunity there for the elusive 1-2-3 inning that Millville just hasn't been able to get. See if he can get the out here. And what would it be the first inning if they can get it done without giving up a run?
Well, they didn't get the first inning.
The first inning in quite a while.
But yeah, the last
if
4
Alcorn
innings.
Can.
That's hit pretty well to left field. That's going to find some room. And it's gone for a home run just inside the foul pole.
Spoke too soon, I guess.
So Cole Campbell nails a 2-run home run to left field. And it's now 9-2 Mainland. Millville had a 2-0 lead at the get-go, but 9 unanswered runs now for Mainland.
And that ball was absolutely crushed off the bat.
Just a matter of whether it would stay inside the foul pole. Nate Robbins checking it out. And it is a 2-run shot for Cole Campbell. Nine to 2 Mainland leading. Now shot to center field. That's going to fall in front of Wayne Hill. So a single for Sam Wood. He's now 3 for 4.
You don't want the wheels to start falling off here. 2 back-to-back shots by Mainland. Already up 9 to 2. It's already a tough test here for Millville on an offense that hasn't been able to take advantage of their opportunities. You want to try and give yourself a shot. You got 2 outs in the inning. Now, of course, just got to settle it down a little bit.
Cohen Cook, the batter now for Mainland. He has scored a run, has a hit, and RBI. Runner breaking off of first base. That is Sam Wood. Cook now ahead in the count 2-0. Foul tip at the plate. That's a strike on the outside corner. 2-2 now even. Count now even on Cohen Cook. Trying to end the inning on this pitch here. Foul back. Alcorn got the first 2 outs of this inning. Then he walked Sheeran, and Cole Campbell delivered a 2-run homer just inside the left field foul pole. Jammed him nicely, and it's going to be a play made by Dross, the shortstop, and that'll retire the side. But again, Mainland scoring for the 5th inning in a row. A 2-run homer by Cole Campbell creates a 9-2 score in favor of the Mustangs. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th in just a moment.
An auto accident doesn't have to leave you in pain. For over 35 years, doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Well, the offense has certainly been in high gear for Mainland since the 2nd inning. And so has Will Hoover. He allowed the 2-run homer by David Rodriguez in the top of the 1st, and that's pretty much been it. Millville since then has had 4 hits, but no runs. C.J. Stanek, Dom Dookie, and Sergio Droz will be the first 3 Millville batters here in the 6th inning. So far, Stanek 0 for 2. Looked at strike 3 in the 1st and grounded out the 3rd his 2nd time up. Looks at strike 1 this time. One ball, one strike on Stanek, leading off the bottom of the 6th.
It's a tough task for Millville to face here. A 9-2 game. By the way, Mainland's been able to put runs on the board. It's not an impossible feat, but running out of time.
Yep, Mainland with 4 2-run rallies and a single run in the 4th.
You want to start being able to chip away at those runs. So you got another opportunity after this inning where you want to try and get what you can now.
That's in the hole, base hit. So a leadoff single by C.J. Stanek. One of the main rules of baseball, hit the ball where they ain't. And that's what happened there. Found the hole on the left side of the infield. Stanek is on board.
Millville hasn't had a problem getting runners on base. It's been able to get them around the bases after that they've run into issues with.
Dom Dookie looks at one up high. Dookie is 0 for 2, flied out and struck out. Two 2-0 the count.
You want to do exactly what Dookie's doing off the plate. You want to be patient on these pitches. You want to make the pitcher work. See if you can start getting him to tire out here.
2-0 pitch. 3-0. And as you said, Ariel, you just want to get some base runners. You need base runners down by 7. Stanek delivered the leadoff single. A 3-0 count now on Dookie. And that pitch sails way outside.
And yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. Is Hoover looks like he's starting to tire a bit out there. So you don't want to swing at anything that's not in the strike zone. You want to make him work as much as you can. See if you can get into that Mainland bullpen. And actually looks like you will.
That was the first walk allowed by the pitcher Hoover, and he's going to come out of the game right now. He's going to get a nice hug or two from his teammates along the third base side. Great job by that man to allow just a 2-run homer, and basically he's been in control throughout. Gave up a single and a walk in this inning, so he will take a seat. We have a pitching change for Mainland. They lead 9-2 in the bottom of the 6th. We'll be right back.
I'm Bart Feldman, and this is TNF Camera. We are a full-line photographic studio and camera store. We invite you to come in and take a look at the products and services that we provide, from youth sports, high school sports, school pictures, and a wealth of photographic equipment. The advantages of coming to a store is you have the ability to talk to people and see exactly what you want to purchase beforehand. It's TNF Camera, 1362 South Delsey Drive here in Vineland.
The pitcher will be the designated hitter, so they're just eliminating the DH, and Brandon Sharkey, who is in that same spot as Will Hoover, will just simply pitch the rest of the game, I'm guessing here.
We like nice, easy changes right there.
Yep.
Just simply eliminate your DH, have your DH come to pitch. He stays in the same spot in the lineup. We like not having to make changes.
And he's taking after Sergio Dross. The hat's coming off on these warm-up pitches.
We are getting a little bit windier here. Might play to effect here.
Yeah, Sharkey's done with his warm-up pitches. Millville has runners at second and first. C.J. Stanek led off the inning with a single, moved up to second base on the walk by Dom Dookie. And Sergio Dross now coming into the batter's box, the number 7 hitter in Millville's lineup, 1 for 2 with an infield single today. Goes after the first pitch and fouls it off.
Another great opportunity for Millville. They've had runners on first and second a lot throughout this game, but haven't been able to make anything happen.
The 0-1 offering is a strike 2 called.
Dross, who's been on the hook for some of these Mainland runs, wants to help the cause here for Millville.
Pitch is high, going back to second. The throw down to second base and getting back in safely is Stanek. You don't want to get picked off at this point.
It's a close play there, too. If the second baseman, I think, had been able to make the tag, looks like he might have had Stanek caught. Stanek just leaning a little bit too much off the second base bag.
But he lives to continue his base presence. Fouled away. Count stays 1 ball and 2 strikes on Sergio Dross.
And Dross taking a nice approach with that breaking pitch. Waits until it breaks just perfectly over the center of the plate. Just wasn't able to straighten it out.
Sergio Dross waits for the 1-2 pitch. Looks at one down low. Count 2-2. Ball gets away, a wild pitch. That'll move the runners to second and third. Stanek cruising into third base right there, and moving up to second is Dom Dookie. So the wild pitch, putting 2 runners in scoring position for Millville.
And that likely keeps Millville out of a double play opportunity here. So that pass ball helping them out a little.
Joss trying to go the other way. Fly ball to right field. It is caught coming down the third base line, and scoring is Stanek. So a sacrifice fly by Dross. Millville now has its 3rd run of the game, and they have a runner now at third base. That is Dom Dookie.
And we've got a change here, as it looks like number 20, Connor Lacey, will come up to bat. A big opportunity here.
Well, you want to make sure you get one more run out of this rally. There's still only 1 out, so a sacrifice fly would work as well.
And if I read the stats correctly, I do believe, unless things are not updated, this is Lacey's first at-bat of the season. Could be wrong if the stats aren't updated, but he didn't have any as of earlier today.
Goes after the first pitch, fouls it off. So Connor Lacey batting for Edgar Ramos. One and one the count. Sharkey with the 1-1 offering. Grounded up the middle, base hit. Connor Lacey gets a single and an RBI. So that's some good pinch hitting right there by Connor Lacey. Millville scores its 2nd run, and it's now 9-4. That's what, as you said, Ariel, they just got to chip away at it.
And that's exactly what you need. And Connor's going to take the hit, and he's going to come off. Looks like they're going to pinch run. I think he said Ramos is going to go back on. So he's going to take the spot there. And if I believe correctly, Lacey had the JV jersey on, so I wonder if they pulled him off the JV field for that at-bat.
Well, he delivers a clutch RBI single, and there's still just 1 out. Good job by Connor Lacey, just going right up the middle. That'll bring up Matt Meiswinkle, looks at ball 1.
This is exactly what you need to do if you were Millville. Just start chipping away at runs, even if you don't get them all back in this inning. Make it easier for yourselves in that bottom of the 7th.
1-1 the count as that pitch is fouled off to the right side. Top of the order due up after Matt Meiswinkle, so if he can get on base, Millville, of course, will have their top hitters coming up. Nate Robbins, Wayne Hill, David Rodriguez. Ramos getting his lead off of first base. Fly ball to right field, and it falls. Good job by the base runner to go halfway to make sure the ball either dropped or was caught. And it does fall, so Matt Meiswinkle puts the ball in play.
And that was really good recognition there by Ramos. It's seeing that ball did drop. Right fielder tried to trap it in his glove almost. But good play there by Ramos to see that it did indeed hit the ground. Or did it?
Well,
Well, we're going to say it did.
Well, yeah, he's not acting. They're not acting as if he did catch it in the air, so.
It looked like live that ball did hit the ground.
Let's take a look here. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, it did look like live that bounced.
It bounced. It
was a nice trap, though, by the right fielder.
Good job of capturing it on the replay to see the bounce. Good job. The A-team in full effect, right, guys? -1. Top of the order in Millville again with 2 runs across and 2 runners on base. Fake throw down to second base as it was Ramos. I hate my Spanish. Ramos.
A nice pick there at the plate, too, there by Campbell. So that could have sent the runners to second and third if he wasn't able to get the pick.
Ooh.
And that's
nailed
right off the bat.
Wow.
Now we know that one hit him.
Yeah.
And this is an excellent opportunity here for Wayne Hill. Looks like we're going to have a little conversation on the mound as Wayne Hill will get a couple directions here from his head coach. An excellent opportunity for Hill, who's been, aside from Rodriguez, one of Millville's best hitters on the season. So exactly what we were talking about, chipping away when you could, getting yourself those opportunities and be able to come up. Millville's been able to do that a couple times throughout this inning. And all Hill's got to do here is just focus. He gets the bat on the ball. You never know what can happen.
2 runs in, bases loaded. They're going to stay with Sharkey on the mound. One out and the bases loaded. Wayne Hill is 1 for 2 officially. He reached base on an error and scored on Rodriguez's home run in the first. Got a single in the third and was hit by a pitch his last time up. Looks at ball 1.
And we'll see how this decision fares by Mainland to leave Sharkey in the game. He hasn't been able to get much this inning.
To the shortstop.
But of course.
Running to first, the bag, and they turn the double play. 6 unassisted, 3 on the twin killing, and that will end the inning. Mainland celebrates that defensive gem. 6 unassisted and 3. So the play made by the shortstop, Rocco Barbella, and that'll end the inning. But Millville does get a couple runs, and after 6 innings, it is 9-4. Mainland still in front.
I'm Bart Feldman, and this is TNF Camera. We are a full-line photographic studio and camera store. We invite you to come in and take a look at the products and services that we provide, from youth sports, high school sports, school pictures, and a wealth of photographic equipment. The advantages of coming to a store is you have the ability to talk to people and see exactly what you want to purchase beforehand. It's TNF Camera, 1362 South Delsey Drive here in Vineland.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
All right, new pitcher for Millville. That is Edgar Ramos. So that's the 3rd pitcher used by Millville.
Means we got a new right fielder.
And of course, they're so far away that we can't pick up a number on his jersey.
Well, I got double digits. I can tell you that one.
Yeah. But Edgar Ramos will take over the mound duties for Millville. Meanwhile, Mainland will have their 6, 7, and 8 batters coming up, leading 9-4 as we start the 7th inning.
Looks like we have Mulherron back in the game, if I'm reading the jersey number correctly, number 19.
Again, they're just flip-flopping who's in the DH role in the 3rd spot, even though the DH is still in effect, is what I'm trying to say, in the third position. Mulherrin just coming back in as the right fielder in the 3 spot, while the pitcher now is Edgar Ramos. He comes in from right field to pitch. So again, a pretty straight-up change by Millville. Nick Wagner will lead off, and he hits one to center field. Wayne Hill on the run, and he's going to run out of room. Left center field leadoff home run by Nick Wagner. That is his second hit of the game, and he has scored his second run.
And after Millville was able to climb back and get a couple runs in that inning, exactly what you didn't want to happen there by giving up another run.
Well, Wagner did the wise thing. That was the first pitch he saw, a little high, but he got all of it. And he nails it to left center field. That helpless feeling by any fielder who knows that it's just about to land on the other side of the fence. So Wagner with the home run. It's now 10-4. Yep, that's the score that would relay a convoy. Remember that? 10-4, good buddy. Just all the weird little nuances you gather up after 64 years of life. What can I tell you? Foul out by the next batter. That is Brandon Sharkey fouling out to first base. First out of the inning, and that'll bring up Rocco Barbella. Barbella doubled in the second inning, scored a run in that inning. He then hit a fly ball to center field that Wayne Hill made the catch on, and then threw on a rope to home plate for a inning-ending double play in the third inning, and he is grounded out to shortstop otherwise. Strike is called. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sails just under the chin. 2 balls and 1 strike. Top of the 7th inning, 1 run across for Mainland. They have scored in 6 consecutive innings.
And that's almost a backbreaker if you're Millville. You were able to get those couple runs. Made it a little bit smaller climb in the final inning.
Some good dancing along the third base dugout.
Sounded like it got a piece of something.
Well,
everyone looks to be okay over there.
I don't know that it hit anybody. That was a good dance out of the way by one of the players. This time it's foul again. Not in the dugout spot, though. 1-2 the count on Rocco Barbella. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. A run across. Same spot down the third baseline. He was playing and flirting with that line, and now he's going to try to get 2 out of it. He's in a bit of a rundown situation. Millville try to execute the rundown.
And Shapiro got in the way, but they're going to award him second base.
They're going to award him second base. Defensive interference. That's a tough one, but Barbella's going to wind up at second base. So officially a single, and I guess the catcher gets an error there. Is that what the deal is?
It was a nice job by Shapiro being able to get out there to help with the play, but unable to get out of the way.
That was a great at bat by Barbella. He kept fouling it off to the left side. Got that one inside the left field line. Thought about getting a double. Realized he wasn't going to make it. Got himself in a rundown. And, Shapiro, again, good field general. It's what you want to do, take charge of things. But unfortunately, it did not work out for their favor.
Yeah, once he throws the ball, he's got to make sure to get out of the way, run behind to the next spot, and try and help out the plays. They likely would have had him on the next throw, but...
Well, as a base runner, you try to stay in the rundown as long as you can, and when you see the opening, you seize it. But he got a little help from the defense on that. Meanwhile, the number 9 hitter, Ethan Mitnick, A 2-run single back in the second inning started the scoring for the Mainland Mustangs, and he is struck out and flied out to third base on the other 2 trips. Barbella taking his lead off second base. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Just missed. Count steadies at 2-2. Ramos gets him to chase outside. And yes, Thunder is now in the background, and we're not talking about the Thunderbolts. Okay.
I think that was just somebody rolling something down the pavement.
They got me.
Apparently, got Ramos on the mound, too. He went down with the pitch.
Elliott with a 2-0 count. Strike is called. Christian Elliott on the day 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored. That one smoked to center field, trying to chase it down, and that one is off the fence. A run will score, diving into second base with an RBI double. Ethan Pitnick and his 3rd RBI of the game. Check that, that's Elliott, I'm sorry. Christian Elliott with a double. Scoring on the play is Rocco Barbella.
Mainland here able to get those runs that they gave up right back.
Inside, Joe Sheeran on the day. He has walked twice, was hit by a pitch, and hit a sacrifice fly RBI. Scored 2 runs. Looks at a strike this time. That's going to go up the middle. Base hit, rounding third and holding up at third base. Elliott does not test the arm of Mr. Hill.
Hill doing a nice job there getting that in quickly. Stops the runner at third.
So that puts runners at the corners. And the first official at bat in 5 plate appearances, Sheeran with a single. That'll bring up Cole Campbell. He homered his last time up. He's walked twice and struck out otherwise. Pitch by Ramos, catches the outside corner. Elliott leading off third base, trying to come home. That pitch is outside. Popped up, infield fly, second base. Now running a long way in and not able to make the play. Somehow that ball kept coming in towards the mound, and the play could not be made, so Mainland gets another run. Elliott comes across the plate to score.
Yeah, tough play there. That ball looked like it was gonna come right to second base. Just kept drifting right behind the plate. Smizewinkel did his best to try and follow it all the way. Just tipped off his glove.
Third run of the inning for Mainland. Two and 0 count on the cleanup batter, Sam Wood. He's 3 for 4, 2 singles and a home run, 2 runs scored.
And I believe that hit him?
Yep. He's going to first base, so Wood hit by the pitch. And that means that Mainland will have batted around as Cohen Cook is the 9th batter of the inning. He comes to the plate with the bases loaded. Joe Sheeran at third, Cole Campbell at second, and Sam Wood. Shortstop knocks it down, but he can't make a play on it. Dross tried to get that ball knocked down, and again, another run scores for Mainland, infield single.
As the rain does start to come down here. A little sideways action, so we got some wind as well. The wind blowing out heavily. So we saw that affected Meiswinkel at second. Could have an effect the rest of this way.
Rounded to second base, and they're going to finally get out of the inning. 10 batters do come to the plate, and they score 4 runs. The leadoff homer by Nick Wagner got it started. 3 runs scored after that. So Mainland enjoying a 4-run rally and lead it now as the end of the top of the 7th. It's 13-4 Mainland.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Well, the rains are falling rather heavily now. In fact, we have a bit of a downpour going on as we start the bottom of the 7th. Mainland leading 13-4. David Rodriguez, the first batter for Millville. He's 2 for 3 with a 2-run homer and a single. Foul back. Nice play at shortstop. The throw is in time. Took a high hop, but it was well handled. Rocco Barbella makes the play, and there's one out here in the bottom of the 7th. Number 4 hitter, Gavin Shapiro, the catcher, 0 for 3 on the day. Grounded out in the first inning, fielder's choice in the 3rd, and struck out in the 5th. Popped up, but out of play. Seems rather appropriate that there's now a very dark cloud directly over the field. It's been that kind of a day for Millville. 2-2 offering. Fouled back. Shapiro stays alive.
Shapiro did a nice job of staying alive at the plate here. Obviously, Millville in a really tough situation, but all these at-bats do still matter. Not going to give him anything easy.
Next pitch, breaking pitch, goes outside.
Again, nice job by Shapiro, able to get a full count here.
Fly ball. Oh, no, it goes through. I'm sorry. Hard to pick up the ball. It went through, and it's going to be a base hit. So Shapiro's aboard.
Rain is starting to settle down a little bit here. Might have stopped. Just almost stopped completely.
That'll bring up to the plate C.J. Stanek. He's 1 for 3. He led off the 6th inning with a single. Led to a 2-run rally by Millville. That made the score 9-4 at the time, but Mainland responded with 4 7th-inning runs. Breaking pitch gets away from the catcher, but does a good job of tracking it down. And Cole Campbell prevents any advance by the runner, Shapiro.
I think we actually had a pinch runner come in for Shapiro. That's number 3 who came in to run there for Shapiro.
Tyon Cephas is the pinch runner. Strike is called. Stanek didn't agree with that. So Millville now has 2 base runners as Stanek reaches. Dom Dookie, the batter, he's walked and is 0 for 2 officially. Also scored during that 2-run 6th inning for Millville. Foul tip.
Despite the big deficit Millville has, still a good opportunity for them to get the bats going again. And if at anything, get them feeling a little bit more confident. And we were able to score a couple runs in that bottom of the 6th. See if they can try and tack on some. So it's going to be a tall task to come back from this one. But anything can happen.
Fouls off that pitch. Breaking pitch just missing.
Good layoff there from Dominic Dookie. Almost put the bat out on that one. Nice job of keeping it back.
Right center field. That one's going to go to the fence. Bouncing around. 1 run will score. And it's going to be a double.
Nice at bat there.
Dom Dookie getting it to the right center field gap, and he's got an RBI double. Pitches the ball. Up the middle, second baseman, gloves, throws to first. It's wide. Another run scores from Millville, and the ball gets away, and that'll allow the batter to get all the way over to second base. So Dross will get to second. Stanek comes in to score on the play, and over to third goes Dom Dookie. So Millville rallying in these last 2 innings, but the Mainland Mustangs just kept pulling away, and it's a 7-run game, 13-6.
Now, Millville doing what they needed to do earlier on in the game and take advantage of their opportunities. Still a 7-run deficit. Only 1 out in the inning.
Runners at second and third. Oh, the catcher definitely pulled that one in. And
that was a nice pull by the catcher to frame that one.
It was a long pull is what that was. Ramos now facing 1-2 count. Outside.
Yeah, can't quite frame that one.
Fly ball, center field. Caught. It could be a sacrifice fly, and it's going to be as the runner comes home from third. That is Dom Dookie. So Edgar Ramos gets an RBI sacrifice fly.
And Millville making this a more respectable score. Tough task gets even tougher now, though, with 2 outs. At this point, you're taking a 1 batter, even 1 pitch at a time.
Foul ball. Matt Meiswinkle has 2 hits in the game. 2 for 3 from the number 9 hole. Towards second, scooped up the throw across, and that's going to wrap it up. So 4-3 on the putout to end the game. Millville scores 3 times in the 7th inning to make it, as Ariel Melendez said, respectable, but the final score still very much in favor of Mainland. The Mustangs defeat the Thunderbolts 13-7. The 2 teams line up for the post-game handshakes, and we'll total up some numbers and give you a wrap on this one in just a moment.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is your hometown team for banking. We offer banking which is small town focused and customer based. We know you and we are for you. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union is a nonprofit and federally insured. Solid as a Thunderbolt airplane, we are your team. Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union, 1601 Cedar Street.
Hi, I'm Bob Millard, President of Thunderbolt Area Federal Credit Union. Come see us and experience banking as it used to be.
Have you ever wanted to make the big money? Have you ever wanted to drive the big construction equipment? Here's your chance to go to school, learn the big machines, and start a new career. MCITC is a heavy equipment operator training school that offers you the opportunity to learn to use the big machines and start earning the big benefits. Don't hesitate. Call today 856-825-6655. That's 856-825-6655. Or visit our website at MCITCNJ.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Back here at Mike Trout Field, Millville High School, the Millville Thunderbolts falling to the Mainland Mustangs by the count of 13-7. Just a strong performance by Mainland through the last 6 innings. They just were unstoppable. They scored runs in each of the last 6 innings, at least 2 runs in 5 of the 6 of them. The only time they scored just 1 run was in the 4th inning. But they topped it off with a 4-run 7th inning that pretty much put this one out of reach. Millville tried to make it a game, made it 9-4 with 2 runs at the bottom of the 6th, but that 4-run rally by Mainland in the 7th inning put it out of reach for sure. And just a tremendous performance by their offense, 14 hits for the Mainland Mustangs. And just looking at each member of the lineup, everybody did something. We had, for example, Christian Elliott, 2 doubles, 2 runs scored. Joe Sheeran, even though he actually is 1 for 1 officially, he was very active with a sacrifice fly and reached base 4 other times, scored 3 runs, and just up and down the lineup they got things done. They hit 3 home runs, including one by Cole Campbell, a 2-run shot in the 6th inning. Sam Wood, a leadoff 5th inning home run, and in the 7th inning, Nick Wagner hit a leadoff home run. So plenty of power all the way through the lineup. 1 through 9 did something very much for Mainline, and that's now why they are 4-1 on the season.
Yeah, it's tough to pick a player of the game there for Mainland because you don't want to single anyone out because everyone pretty much had a part in that offense. As you mentioned, we had a couple home runs, a couple doubles. Even guys who only officially have 1 at bat were still able to get things done. And Millville doing a nice job there fighting in the last 2 innings, but weren't able to limit the damage in either of those innings, or we could have had a much closer ball game. Yeah,
as we mentioned, Millville took the 2-0 lead on David Hernandez's 2-run homer at the bottom of the 1st, but Mainland did what good baseball. Rodriguez, I'm sorry. Mainland did what the good teams do. They come right back in their next half inning, tie the game up, and then they just keep scoring. 2 runs in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th and 6th, and then a 4 spot in the 7th inning. So just steady offense is what they had all game long, and they come away with the win 13-7. So, Ariel, not much we can say about Millville other than the home run by, of course, Rodriguez and the 5 runs in the last 2 innings, but it was too little too late for Millville.
Yeah, Millville doing in the late innings what they needed to do in the earlier innings is they were able to get a lot of opportunities. They had a lot of first and second chances with either no one out or 1 out, and they just weren't able to get things done. We had a couple good pinch hit opportunities as well. Connor Lacey coming in, getting his at bat.
That was the highlight of the game.
Did a nice job there. If we're going to pick a highlight for Millville, that was certainly, other than the home run by Rodriguez, that was certainly one of them. As Lacey coming in off the JV field, I'm pretty sure, able to get an opportunity here for Millville. Kind of one of the few bright spots they had in this afternoon. But as you said, it was too little too late when they finally got those runs across in the last 2 innings, as they had pretty much given it all back.
All right, so we have a performance by Millville that just didn't pan out to the offense that Mainland provided, and they come away with the victory rather handily. Again, 13-4 is the final. For our entire staff, Ryan Ellis, Brandon Kiley, Dylan Reed, Ozzie Morey, and the man who pushes all the buttons and gets you the replay highlights and all that, Ryan Narowski, helping us out with the production of the game and the direction. Ariel Melendez and Fred Melendez wishing you well. Happy Easter, everybody. Millville dropping this one 13-7. Have yourselves a good weekend.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.